YouTube. Yeah, welcome back to another video, man. We got some unfortunate news, man. The Eagles lost to the Cowboys today. I'm not happy about it, you know what I'm saying? We was up 21-0, and then boom, we lost the lead in the second half, and we lost the game. The offense blew it. The defense kind of blew it in the fourth quarter. We didn't make our field goal. We actually missed a field goal. Um, yeah, man, we was cooking in the first quarter. Came out, Devontae caught some deep balls, pause, and then AJ started getting some catches, and I don't know what happened. We fell short in the fourth quarter. Really, in the second half, that's what happened. Let's hear from Saquon, AJ, and Jalen Hurts.
You attribute to what's going on this season?
I don't know. Defense is doing a really good job. No, I'm not playing well. Just gotta play better. That's really it.
What changed after the 21-0 lead?
We made too many mistakes. As a whole, obviously I had a mistake there. They wanted a little more. So you gotta give hats off to them.
Are you healthy?
Yeah.
What happened offensively with in terms of the plan after?
Bro, Pickens, bro, I ain't lie, bro. Pickens, bro, he went crazy in this game, bro. He went crazy in this game. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, Pickens went crazy. And the Cowboy defense, I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, these motherfuckers actually started playing good. It's just crazy how we just like took the L like that, though.
After those first few drives, did something significantly change?
They did a really good job adjusting, and we just didn't make plays and too many mistakes, and especially that fumble. I lost us points there. Got to be better with my ball security. Stuff like that kept popping up. I couldn't get the run game going, and that's really all it was. And they did. You got to give hats off to them.
What were some of those adjustments?
Be too long of an answer to really get into that. But like I said, hats off to them.
What did you see on the actual fumble itself?
Still don't know. It's the guy you don't see. We always coach that. And they made a good play. I got to be better.
Saquon, did you think, like, what was the plan, like, once you started establishing EJ and Devontae, that would open up things for the running game?
Yeah, I don't think that was, like, the plan. I think the game kind of just flowed that way. And even when we did get the pass game going, the run game did get going, and I always will own that, and I just got to be better.
I know you guys have been focused on doing things that require new talent. You said that at your locker this week. Nick's talked about that. How much of that played into this game?
Showed up a lot. Especially ball security. Ball security takes no talent. I work myself on it. In my career, I've been really good at taking care of the ball, and I just let the team down that moment. So one's gonna sting. But being in this profession, you're gonna make plays and you're gonna have mistakes. You just gotta respond and go back to drawing board. We got a short week, and I just gotta get right for the team.
You've obviously had a couple games where you've broken out, but for the most part, it's been stagnant on the ground. How are you frustrated by how things are going for you, and how are you kind of staying the course?
I wouldn't say frustrated. More disappointed in myself. Not frustrated with anybody else. I'm a big believer that the run game starts with me and ends with me. So I'm in a little funk right now. I've had funks like this before. Just got to break it. And the only way I know how is by flushing this, working my butt off, and get ready for my next opportunity.
Do you feel yourself pressing at all when the holes aren't there?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, maybe film is showing that. I'll go back and watch it and give you a better answer, but I truly don't feel like I'm doing that. trying my best to trust it, and just the plays aren't happening, and that's all on me. I just got to make plays.
What do you feel like you're struggling with right now? You mentioned you feel like you're not playing well. Is there anything you can identify?
Yeah, I'm not getting the run game going. I'm not getting yards. And I'm tired of the excuse of people trying to stop a run game. I don't really subscribe to that. Just gotta be better. Gotta make plays.
There were a couple cuts where you felt, was it field issue, cleat issue?
I don't know if I was like outside myself. I go back and watch film, but there were a couple cuts that was kind of weird that I was falling on. But that's no excuse for how I played today. I'm not going to use this feel that excuse. Just didn't play good. Didn't play even close to good, to be honest. But I'm a big boy. I'm a man at the end of the day. I'm going to own it and get ready for next week.
Saquon, when they started making their comeback in the second half, what was the feeling like on the sideline?
We got to go respond. We didn't do that. We got to go respond. We got to do a better job of putting teams away, and we didn't do that. And I definitely didn't help. And usually, obviously last year and in other games, I was a big part of that. And it's been kind of non-existent this year. So I got to figure it out for the team. And I'm gonna get it right at some point. I'm gonna figure it out.
These next few days, what do you want to see from the team?
I kind of know how we're gonna respond. I know the team that we have. It's not our first time losing. Played a great team. They made a lot of moves. It was a different team. That was not the same team we played week one. We knew that. They playing with a lot of motion. So I feel like the team that we have we're gonna respond, and we have Chicago. So just get ready for them.
First off, hats off to them. They definitely made adjustments. I think in the second half it was just a little lack of execution.
What were the adjustments they made?
It just mixed up a lot of things on defense. It kind of made it difficult. The D-line got going. It was just made it tough for us.
The lack of execution, how frustrating was that? And are you talking specifically about penalties and stuff?
I'm only talking about myself. I even had a false start. I got to be on the same page and hit a snap count and know the snap count, I should say. But it was just overall, it just self-inflicted wounds.
You guys are on a silent count because of the allowance. So was that? Obviously you guys played before. Was that different though, or?
No, it was different. Sometimes the counts are they're different. Obviously you want to mix things up, man. That one, I got a little antsy.
What was working for you early in getting you the ball?
We're just taking what they gave us and just trying to capitalize on that.
Early on, did it feel like maybe you guys were starting to turn the tide a little bit?
Yeah, you can say that. I think it's just highs and the lows. We're just trying to get rid of the lows.
Do you think you guys took the foot off the gas a little bit in terms of?
No, I don't think that at all. I think it was just self-inflicted wounds. When you're behind the sticks, you make it that makes it really tough. Regardless of their record, they're still a good football team. This is a division game, and every it's a game of inches. So.
You survived this year with third and longs, penalties, things like that. Was there a sense that if these weren't going to get corrected, this kind of day would come?
I can't predict the future. I think we just try to take it one day at a time and clean up the things that we need to get better with, and see.
On the illegal formation penalty, that happens kind of commonly. Or I think was you that covered up, Matt?
No,
that was a different receiver.
I don't know. Oh. I don't recall, but okay. I don't think it was me though.
Oh, okay.
I don't recall.
Those first few drives, you guys were eating up zone. What kind of adjustments did you make to take advantage of that and react?
Early on, like I said, we were just taking what they were giving us and just trying to make plays after the catch. So.
As a leader of this team, what was the mood like afterwards, and what do you think needs to be adjusted this week moving forward for you guys to start to clean up some of these mistakes?
I think for us, we just got to keep chopping wood and carrying water, and taking it one day at a time. We got a short week, obviously we got to come in and watch the film and try to dissect it as quickly as possible. We have to move on. We got a short week. So.
Did they change how they were defending you after those first three guys?
No,
you in particular.
No. I think like I said, it's a lot of self-inflicted wounds, so it makes it tough for anybody, you know, to move the sticks. So.
Why do you think those keep happening? Those self-inflicted?
I don't know. I don't know, and I'm sure that we're going to continue to keep working at it and try to clean those things up.
Not being able to get the running game going, did that kind of affect you guys as far as passing in the second half?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Landon was saying how they did things differently up front. They had a 5-man up front a lot of times to stop you guys from running the ball. We keep seeing that teams doing different things to stop the run week in and week out.
Yeah.
I know it's not really kind of a receiver thing.
Right, because I know nothing what he's talking about. Right.
But do you sense that they're putting more people concentrated on the run and then just kind of daring you guys to throw it?
I'm not sure. I know obviously, you know, I think the game plan is to probably take Saquon away and make it difficult for him. And so they mix in a lot of good looks and put guys in the box, pull guys out of the box, and it's a number of things. I don't think it's just one thing. They just come in the game and take them away, you know. And they, just teams that have been playing us different this year.
AJ, you had spoken about not being overly reliant on the defense and not band-aiding things up. Is this the kind of scenario that you were sort of
no. I'm only saying no because we only can focus on ourselves. You know, obviously, you know, defense they play well, but we just kind of just been 3 and out, you know, and we just got to be better. We got to be better as a unit, including myself. So.
Do you feel like when you get the ball early and often like you did today, you play with better energy as the game progresses than you normally?
Are you implying that I don't have energy?
No. I think it's a common thing for receivers to kind of go through. I'm just curious if that's kind of how you operate.
We obviously don't get to watch you guys practice during the week. When you guys do practice over the week, do you feel like steps are being made in the right direction? Maybe then there's execution issues on Sunday or these mistakes?
Absolutely. I think, man, we are human and we are trying to put our best foot forward. You know, like I said, it's a game of inches out there. You know, and they get paid as well. But during the week, we most definitely are addressing those things and having those conversations.
What have you learned about this group? How do you feel like it will react to this loss?
Not too worried about this group. Not too worried about it. You know, obviously, it's things that we want to get better with. Things that we're going to talk about and discuss. But you know, overall, as a group, you know, you're not worried about it because we got men in this room who wants to be better, wants to, you know, put it on themselves, and so.
AJ, when they start making their comeback in the second half, how would you describe the mood on the sideline?
The mood?
Yeah.
Eager to make a play. You know, just that's all.
Can you walk us through your touchdown real quick?
I got press, came down, coverage rotated. Jalen threw me a good ball.
Yeah, on the one that you hit the pylon.
Yeah, that's on
What
me.
did you think?
That's on me. I was laughing. I was like, damn, you laughing at me? No, I didn't get my feet down, you know. And like I said, it's simple, but you know, it's something that we all have things in here to work on, you know. So I did the hard part. I just didn't do the easy part.
Scored.
Yeah, I mean, so.
All right.
I would honestly say self-inflicted wounds. Can't do.
Alright, y'all, man, that's for the last video, man. It is a very unfortunate loss for us, though. Very unfortunate loss for us, though. Hopefully we can pick it up with the Bears, but we got one more. Jalen Hurts spoke, so we'll listen to what Jalen Hurts had to say about the loss to the Cowboys.
What changed after the first 3 drives? What changed after those first 3 drives?
I think overarching, you know, we gotta find a way to finish the game, and we gotta find some consistency in what we do. You know, definitely the tell of 2 halves, but in the end, we didn't play a complete game as a team. And today it got us. You give a lot of respect to Dallas and their team, how they competed. Something in question right now is just how we respond to it, and I have a lot of confidence in how we respond.
the offensive linemen said they came out and did some different stuff up front in terms of stopping the run with 5-man fronts.
Yeah.
Did they change that after you guys got up 21-0?
I think that's just how they're built now, given the 3 interior defenders they have. They want to keep their best guys on the field, and it's very effective for us, and it was something that we didn't handle as good as we'd like to, so good opportunity to build if that's something that teams show us.
How difficult has it made life offensively without being able to lean on the run game like we're accustomed to seeing?
It's not a matter of the run game. I think it's a matter of the execution, the discipline, and the focus and what we do. And collectively, we just have to take a step in that. It's been a lot of instances where it's shown up and it's gotten us, but we've been able to figure it out and will ourselves to a win. And tonight we didn't. You know, we played a hell of a first half, and then we didn't play, you know, not even a close enough to our standard in the second half with the things that take no talent, honestly. I look at a lot of those explosive plays and a lot of those opportunities. The ball bouncing the other way on a fumble, and just controlling the things we can on offense with the things that take no talent. So lots of room to learn from, and we got a short week to respond on it.
What was clicking early on with AJ, and especially with Devontae? You were going to those guys pretty often, and then it seemed like they kind of took them away after that. What did you see?
It's just our approach and how we handled everything as the game went on. At the end of the day, it's about executing. You execute what's called. You go out there and you try and bring that to life. And we executed well in the first half, and obviously a lot of things that we could control that didn't go the way we wanted them to in the second. So just got to build off of it. Today wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to win.
Where are you with in-game adjustments? Do you feel like that's an area that the offense needs to grow in from here to the end of the year?
Always room to grow in in-game adjustments. It's a matter of having confidence in what you do and what you're doing, and everybody being on the same page when we do it. I think that's a great question. But in the game, you look inward. You look inward first, and so looking at the things that we can control from a penalty standpoint, execution standpoint. Those are all things that we can control, and so I don't point towards how we adjusted or what we did or what we didn't do. In the end, we had an opportunity to win the game, and we didn't. And so we gotta own this one, let it light a fire in us as a team, and stay together and move forward.
The third down sack, what was your perspective on the play, on the final possession?
And you like to think, you can will yourself and make something happen. In the end, the opportunity to make a play, it just didn't go our way. But there's no more you can ask for than to have the ball in your hands to go out there and drive and finish the game on your terms, and we had an opportunity to do that, and I didn't do enough. So something I'll learn from and can move forward on.
You spoke about things that require no talent. 14 penalties tonight is the most since the first game with Nick. What was the issue as far as the penalties?
When I think of penalties, pre-snap penalties, I think of focus, I think of alignment, I think of the discipline to executing those things. That's what comes to my mind. Ultimately, those are things that we have to eliminate, and you just got to continue to merge things together, continue to come together, continue to focus on the things together. I think every game has looked different a bit. Every game has looked different a bit. It's have different things. The things we can control have always kind of come up, and so you got to continue to tighten up our focus, tighten up our approach, so we can eliminate that.
A few of them brought back really productive plays.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think the guys respond, or is that a deflating type of feeling? He does take back a real positive play.
Yeah, I think it's human nature to respond and be, it's human nature to be defeated, when something negative happens in the game, but as a competitor, it's about how you respond. And so it's no different kind of in the situation we are now. So it's about how you respond to it. So it's an opportunity for us to come together, eliminate the things that don't matter, and focus on the things that we can control and go out there and play together and build forward.
Saquon, who takes public responsibility for the running game, obviously harder himself after the turnover. What have you learned about him as a teammate? What's your perspective on the season as it's gone?
I got a lot of response, a lot of confidence in how Saquon will respond to whatever he holds himself accountable to. So, he's taking a bat for that, but that's not all him. There are a lot of opportunities in the game to not even be in that situation. So I can't put that on him. But as a competitor, I know how he is, I know where he is, and I know how he'll work moving forward. And I think that'll be infectious to the rest of us. At the end of the day, it's about having the right examples and setting that and saying, we're all willing to learn from all the things that we do, come together and move forward.
Are you surprised as an offense at this point that you haven't found consistency week in, week out?
No. We've been here before. We'll figure it out.
You mentioned earlier, like, this would be big to see how you guys respond. Like, what kind of signs, especially on a short week, what kind of signs do you look for to see if you're responding the right way?
Control the things you can. Control the things you can. I have to watch the film to be able to better assess some of these things, but also know it's a short week, so we'll be moving forward pretty quickly. But when you look at this game, a lot of things that we could control that we just didn't. And they played a hell of a game. They definitely were disruptive in important times in the game and had some tight coverage out there. And we just got to find ways to put it away.
You said you've been here before. What instances in your career, I guess either college or with the Eagles, can you lean on where you've struggled and you've been able to turn it around?
All of them. I think all of them. It's just a matter of staying persistent, being resilient, having endurance, and just pushing forward. It's today wasn't our day. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I say I got to do more. I have to dig and muster things out and try a way to figure it out for all of us. But, that's the type of character that you like everyone to have. And so if we can just have that right type of synergy, that right type of energy, and come together and push forward like I know we're capable of, we'll be just fine.
Jalen, do you think the passing game took some steps forward today as a whole? Do you think that you guys got more proficient and things you can build on?
Do I think the passing game took a step forward? Whatever it wasn't enough. I think, everything that we've been able to do, hasn't been for lack of capability. We got a lot of confidence in how we can go out there and play. Ultimately, I can't focus on that. I can't focus on the run. I can't focus on the things that we did or didn't do. I can only focus on the things that we can control that didn't go our way. So you don't think about the success. You think about the things that you let slip away. And I think the things that we can control, those are the things that we let slip away in this game. And so my message is as simple as you take pride in everything because, these moments we have right now last a lifetime. So how do you want to respond? How we respond is very important. And I've said it before, after moments like this I have a lot of confidence in how we respond. So we'll be back to work and got another opportunity.
All right, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy the video, man. I'm getting tired. I'm finna go to sleep. I gotta get up for work tomorrow. But yeah, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy this video, man. Like I said, it's very unfortunate that we lost the game. Hopefully we can bounce back on Friday against the Chicago Bears, and yeah, go from there. I know we'll be in the playoffs, and I know we're gonna make a deep run. So I'm not too worried about this team, but I do know that we probably won't be going back to the Super Bowl if we can't get these things fixed. Because when the playoffs start, every game is a game 7. In the NBA, you got 4 times. In the NFL, you get one chance and it's over. And we gotta be a team that finishes at the end and not in the beginning. Hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe if y'all knew where I'm going.